All right, here we go, guys. It's a touch before 4:30, 4:26 a.m. It's not this dark in June in the PM, unless we got a really bad storm. And headed out for stripers before work again. We'll see how we do. A little windier than the forecast, but you know, I woke up, decided to come. It's probably blowing 10 to 12 right now. I think the forecast was 7. So kind of hoping for a little bit of better weather, but I'll make do with what I have, and we'll see what we do. All right, we're back, and we're going very slow. It's about 10 minutes after we left. I have the radar on. You could see why. It is a thick pea soup fog. There's Bud Light. I'm not that far from it, but you know, it just looks far because of the fog. We'll go slow. This is cutting into my fishing time. I had 2 hours of tide. If I got there at about, you know, 4:20, 4:25, which if it was a clear day, sun was just peaking, I'd have enough light to see lobster pots and, you know, wood in the water, but not today. So we're gonna go slow, no sense in rushing. Even if it means 45 minutes of fishing time, say la vie.
All right, here we go, guys. And as you heard in that intro, a foggy, slightly windy, early morning striper run using spoons again. And I'm by myself right before work. Again, I make a lot of these snap decisions. If I wake up early enough and the weather forecast was good and the tides are aligned, I will go out. You'll see I'm running with the radar here, and man, was it foggy. I showed up at Plum Gut, about 9 miles from my dock, the only boat there. And, you know, I fish with Skinner a lot, and one of the great things I've learned from him is to pay attention to things that, you know, maybe you wouldn't pay attention to in the past. And in this case, color selection of the spoons and rod selection was something that I keyed in on. We're going to start with a white spoon on a Crafty One custom rod. That's a spongier rod, more of a slow pitch rod. And then we're going to, you know, we're going to do 3 drifts with that rod. We're going to do pretty good. And we're going to switch to a Captain Neal custom, a stiffer rod, and a different color spoon, a yellow spoon instead of the white spoon on the other rod, and didn't do as well. In fact, went 2 entire drifts without a touch. And, you know, I have some observations. You'll hear them throughout the video. You tell me what you guys who use this type of technique, the spoons, what you use. I have watched some Mike Smedley videos. He definitely recommends the slow pitch rods. I think that's the way to go. In fact, after this video was published, I've started using the Tsunami slow pitch trophy rods. They work great for this type of fishing. And what I found is the spoon color makes no difference as long as you have the right action on those rods. But let me know what you guys who do this think. As always, hope you enjoy the video. And if you do, please hit the like button. And if you're not already a subscriber and you like content like this, please consider subscribing.
All right. Well, we made it alive, and this is what I'm looking at. I'm at the beginning of the drift. I haven't dropped yet. It just shut down. I mean, got the radar going. Always fun getting zapped. Maybe I'll turn it off while I'm fishing. No sense in put the depth on. How do we do this? We go to home. Go to option 1, we go to that, 90 feet, not moving that quick, 1.9, we're at the beginning of the drift, so we're moving the right way, that's good, moving right in the middle of all our lines. Let's drop, I'm gonna drop the silver. I'm on. Oh wow, that did not take long. Yep, definitely a bass. All right, buddy, got some weight to you. Taking some line. Ha! right. Coming out in the fog at night was worth it. This feels like a good one. I got him right before the rip. We got wind with tide today, which the rip is always manageable that way. Wind against tide is something you don't want. Oh boy. Stay on. Nice bass. Wow, really nice bass. There he goes. Woo-hoo-hoo. Wow. 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 Over slot. All right. Let's, should have had the net on this side. Look at shaking. You know what? Oh, somebody said grab them from the spoon and bring them in. We'll do that. Good morning, sir. See how long he is. Could he be a slot? I doubt it. No. 37. Over slot. All right, he's ready. He's been out for 2 minutes. Bye-bye. All right, first drift. Let's do it again. All right, I stopped in the high 80s this time. I'm ready to go this time, 87. I think it's always hard to tell orientation when there's fog like this, but I think I'm pointing the right way. I don't know. 67 feet. There we go. On again. Man, they love this. I don't know about, got some weight. I don't know about you guys who perhaps try doing this before work. Taking some drag. But I find that I'm in a much happier mood at work while taking a lot of drag. Wow. It's got some shoulders. Of course, I didn't bring the net over again. And this is the rip here. Again, not that bad today. It's not a new moon. It's not a full moon. We're in between moon cycles, and we got a little wind with tide. Where's this guy going? It's a bluefish. Let's see right now. No, it's a bass. Whoa. Whoa. Look at the size of this. All right, bud. All right. You are in the boat. You're going to thrash around as soon as I put you down. Not bad, not bad. Back you go. Send your friends. I got hit 3 times before I hooked that fish. You see I have my finger on the spool. really gently laying it down. Already, Jesus. 3, 4. I think I'm gonna have to start a little further out. By the time I get down, I'm almost out of the zone. There we go. 3 for 3. Oh, dropped it. See if he comes back. Oh, he's back. It's like he's off. Doesn't matter. I have a feeling he's going to be right back. Spoke too soon.
So that third drift finished with no other bites, and I decided to switch for the fourth drift to the Captain Neil rod, the stiffer rod with the yellow spoon on it, and I did 3 drifts. First drift, I had a hit, fish on for a second, then another fish on for a second, and then next 2 drifts after that, nothing, Deadsville. So I switched back to this rod after that 6th drift, third drift with the Captain Neil and yellow spoon. Again, this is a spongier rod, and immediately I started hooking up again.
All right, we are going back to the white. So we did 3 drifts with each, had 2 fish with the white, third drift with the first 2 drifts with the white, fish on each drift. Third drift had 2 fish on, I think. Dropped them relatively quickly, and then 3 drifts with the yellow. First drift we had a fish on, and then nothing, not even a hit. So let's see how important is color. I wonder how much the rod plays a role, because this is definitely a softer tipped rod. It has a little more sponge to it, and I wonder, that's a stiffer rod. I wonder if this just gets, I wonder if it's really not the color as much as it is the action of the rod. I wonder how important, I'm assuming it's important, let me get that out there, but this rod is definitely more of a slow pitch rod. It's got a nice sponginess to it. That rod is not. Maybe a better test next time will be put the yellow on this rod. There we go. I mean, as soon as I switched rods and colors. So is it the rod or is it the color? Another decent one. Goes the line. It's a bun top. Oh, this is not what I wanted. Mr. Bluefish, what are you doing here? Let's get you home. Not even that big. Oh, thank you though. You released yourself. Okie dokie. Last drift. Boat just showed up from the Connecticut side. Just got out here. What am I? 3 for 7. This is gonna be my 8th drift. 3 fish, 2 stripers, 1 blue. We'll make this the last drift, 92 feet. Still using the white with This rod is a Crafty One custom. Again, had this since I think 2017 or 18, and it's got a Daiwa, what is it, I always forget, a Saltiga on it. It's a very light, awesome setup. I love this reel too. It's so smooth and light. Still going down, still dropping. 77 feet, 2.2, 2.4. Definitely slowed down a lot. Okay, there we go. That was a hit. Should also mention it was, it was 58 degrees when I was in my car today. This is definitely more bassy feeling than that bluefish. Ah! Oh, dropped it. Dropped it and he hit it again. Ah. So those of you that fish these a lot, is that unusual? Usually with the bucktail, you hook them, you don't lose them. I'm gonna go back down and try again. Ah, man. Quite a few I dropped today. Maybe the third or fourth I dropped. Yeah, I dropped 2 with this pole, 1 with the yellow, and now 1 here. And that one I had it. Yep, I'm on again. Stay on this time. Ah, it's not as good as the other one. And looking at the shakes of those rods, I have a feeling I know what it is, and it ain't good. Oh, it is a, oh, there's another fish chasing it up. It's a striper. I'm not gonna win any contests. All right, buddy. All right. You know what? That first fish was really good, but I'm going to end it here anyway because it is now 5:59. I'm going to have probably 25 to 30 minute ride home where it would normally be 15 to 20, but with the fog, I'm going to go slow, and then I got to drive back to Mattatuck 15 miles, start work. But let me know what you guys have noticed, those of you that use spoons, and thank you to everybody who mentioned Mike Smedley. It definitely seems like he's the authority, at least from a YouTube perspective, on this. But let me know what you guys think. Does number one, color make a difference? I'm presuming it does. And then another stupid presumption, rod selection. I'm wondering if it's not the color with that one, but the rod. This rod is spongy. I think it really gives you that better jigging action, that slow jig. That's a stiffer rod, and I'm presuming it doesn't slow jig quite as well as this one. Hope you enjoyed this video. As always, if you like these videos, hit that like button, and if you're not already a subscriber and you like content like this, please consider subscribing.